back with another video, guys. Okay, so today we're having cottage cheese. We're having a little shot of Activia strawberry shake. So we're gonna do that first. I'm gonna take that shake first. Okay, here we go. I'm doing this because Activia will clean you out if you need to go to the bathroom or whatever. There you go. And then we have coating. And then we're literally having like cottage cheese and cheese. Okay, I just said grace. Let me open the blinds a little bit. There we go. Okay, guys, so I have a topic for you guys today. Hold on, let me get my little trusty speaker so you guys don't hear a bunch of stuff in the background. Okay. Here we go. Right. Okay, here we go. We're actually eating the meat that I made last night for a meal. And then we're eating a little piece of cheese. But you know when you brush your teeth? I don't know how people eat after they brush their teeth. I don't understand that. It's like eat first and then brush your teeth. Because now all this stuff tastes weird right now. And it didn't taste this way yesterday. So I know it's because I brushed my teeth. But, okay, so the topic for today, guys, is brutality. I watched a lot of the armed guard or whoever you want to call them, these people who make me really frustrated. Literally, it's on social media. You can see it. They pushed the old man down and they injured him for no reason. And I don't know why. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get why they hide behind their little badge and think that they can do anything. And there's like no consequences for it. It makes me so mad. This food just tastes nasty. And it's so weird. Maybe I should have waited to eat. But it was just, I don't know. That was my grandpa. Oh, excuse me, guys. Me and Jama yesterday went to Ashen. I don't know the store called, but it's a sports store. America Sports, America something. And I was gonna record, but there was music. Excuse me. There was a lot of music in there. So. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to get this thing so it's not. You guys don't pick up on static. Okay, hopefully now you guys can hear me. But it was a nice store. It just wasn't my cup of tea. I'm not into all that stuff anymore. Like I used to be. Like if that store would have came out in high school, like Sports Authority was here. When I was in high school, I used to get my clothes from, oh my God, what was that sports store called? I don't remember, but it's name brand. Like it's a big sports store, and it's in all the malls. Like they sell like basketball jerseys. They sell like t-shirts. They sell like sports shoes. They sell like Adidas, Nike, Skechers, Gucci. I mean, it was a nice store, but the only reason why we shopped there is because you could get like ten shirts for like $15 if you were when you did the sale, or you could get like 20 shirts for like not that much money. Like they were, and my mom would always get me like the white tees or the black tees, and I always wore those long shirts to high school all the time. Cause like with this shirt, I wear black with it because it matches the black trim. But if I had a white tee, I'd wear white because white would match this thing, or I'd wear blue. It's not really a black, it's really like a blue, like a dark blue or purple. It's a dark blue. And that's what this shirt is too. My shirt, this one is a dark blue. Oh, my collar was stuck down. I was like, what the heck? But, so that was the store that we really shopped in the mall. I forget the name of it. And then there was Foots Authority. But I really got it was funny because I liked Adidas and so did my brother like Adidas. So it was really funny to be like, we both like Adidas, but we're not friends. But it was really cool. Excuse me. But I really loved me some Air Forces, white Air Forces. Oh my God. Those were my shoes. I wore them the whole time I was in school. I literally wore them the whole time I was in school. I always, back then, oh my God, guys, I had to match before I left the house in the morning. Like I had to match. And my hair had to be cut good. I had to smell good. I had to just be, with whatever the trend was at the time. And all I weared back then was Rocawear. Diddy's line? Was it Diddy's line or was it? I think it was Diddy's line. Or was it Russell Simmons' line? I think it might have been Russell Simmons actually, not Diddy. It was Rocawear. I could be wrong, but I used to wear Rocawear and all the hip hoppers wore it. And I used to wear that because that was really big in Ohio. You have to have some style. So, and I had a lot of like snooby rich friends in Ohio because everyone loved me. Like not everyone, but mostly everyone. And I was friends with like a lot of people. Like I didn't care if you had money or you didn't have money. I was just friends with everybody because I was a friendly person. So it didn't matter what race you were and what color you were or what nationality where I was friends with everybody. But most of the time I was friends with the rich kids because their parents were never home and they needed someone to listen to them or talk to them or hang out with them. And so I was always friends with a lot of the rich kids because their mom and dad would be gone all the time. Like, I remember this one time, my friend Cody and me met my freshman year of high school, I think it was. And I was at this Christian school. I told you guys that story. Go back and find it. I might tell you guys it again for the newer fans that I have that I'm more involved with than the people that haven't heard it before. I might tell it tomorrow. He lived in this big house. Okay. A big house. Like, you could get lost in it. His parents were like political people. You know, they were big. His mom was like some big doctor. His dad was like some big senator or governor or whatever it was. And he always had like butlers and nannies and people who took care of him pretty much his whole life. And I remember we met my freshman year when I went to the private school. He was in like 2 of my classes with me. And I remember we met by chance because, like, I remember he was being bullied because of, why was he being bullied? I don't remember. Oh, because he was always dressed up when he came to school, always. I finished, guys. It wasn't his choice. It was just that was all the clothes that he had. That was all that he had in his closet. So I remember one day I was like, yo, like, who cares what people say? You know, like, I just have to say something. I'm always someone who has to say something, and I don't take the bully side. I always take the person who's like the victim. So I like remember they locked him in the locker. They locked him in the locker, and I was walking down. I came to school late that day. I don't know why. And I remember I heard him screaming, and I said, hey, what's your number? So he gave me the combination number. I opened it. I took him, or helped him get out. And then he's like, oh, thank you. I've been in there since the bell rang this morning. And I came by like second period. So I was like, oh my God, no one looked for you? No teachers looked for you? Nothing? He's like, no, you know they don't care. I was like, you're right. At this school, they didn't care. Some teachers do care at schools. But at this school, they didn't care. They cared about a paycheck. So I remember, like, he went to class, whatever, got written up, you know, had to go to the principal's office. I already was in the principal's office because I came late. And so we saw each other again in the principal's office. So we're both waiting, and our principal's like in there beating some kid because they were allowed to paddle kids in my high school that I went to, the private school. So like, we were like, well, that's what he deserves. If that's what he's getting, then he must have done. But we were like, we still were against it. So that's kind of like what got us talking. And then he was like, yo, like, thanks for getting him out of the locker. I was like, you're welcome. And he's like, yo, like, my name's Cody. I was like, my name's Matt, blah, 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 blah. And then we're like, yeah, we have like first period, second period together. So he's like, well, then let's just walk to the class together. So they're like, all right, cool. So we walk to the class. We get our thing from the front desk. I walk to class. We're laughing, we're joking, whatever. We see the poor kid come out of the room, and he's like, yo, man, I'm tired of this school, blah, 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 blah. I'm about to leave. I'm just like, well, stay out of trouble. He's like, I did nothing wrong. I'm like, well, then tell your parents. He's like, they don't care. I'm like, okay. So then we go to class, and then we go in there, and we end up like sitting separate because like he sat at the front of the classroom. I sat in the back with my friends. And, you know, he's just really quiet, shy around people, whatever. So I'm like sitting with my friends talking to them. They're like, yo, where you been? Blah, 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 blah. You know, like, she's going to have a problem with that. And I'm like, I don't care. So then I kept like looking over there at him because he was just really quiet. So then like after class, I was like, yo, like, where are you going? He's like, oh, I have to go to my third period class. I'm like, all right, well, then meet me at lunch, you know? And he's like, all right, cool. Because he always sat by himself at lunchtime. And I was like, come sit with my friends. And so he met us at lunchtime, and then Like my friends were really accepting to him and everything, and then we became like super friends, like super fast. Like we became friends, like because we did that like for like a whole month, and then I remember he wanted me to come over to his house for the weekend, and I was like, all right, cool, you know, whatever. And then he was like, do you need to get permission from your mom? Blah, 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 blah. I was like, no, I'll just ask her. And if she says, okay, then I'll come. You know, he's like, all right, cool. He's like, my butler will pick you up. I'm like, your butler? Like, what the heck? This is not like Beverly Hills or something. He's like, no. My butler, but he's cool. He's like more of a dad to me than my own dad. I was like, okay, cool. So I will get my, you know, I asked my mom, she's like, that's how you can go, you know, am I getting you, like, when am I picking you up? I'm like, I'll see you Monday, because I was going to stay the whole weekend with him and go to school Monday morning. So I was like, I'll see you Monday. So she's like, okay, cool. She's like, be safe, you know, be smart, don't do nothing silly. I was like, okay. And then there was texting. Yeah, there was texting at the time. There was, no mind. I was about to say there wasn't, but there was. And then I remember we went to his house. We got in this Escalade, my favorite car. I think that's why I fell in love with the Escalade, the 2005 Escalade. So then we go to Cody's house. The big gates open. I'm like, what the heck? Where are we going? I didn't even know there were mansions in Ohio. You know, like I'm like, you know, because I'm from a farm. And he's like, okay. So I was like, I don't even know. This house that I live in now would be considered a mansion in Ohio. Like this would be in the nice neighborhood of Ohio. My farmhouse was big, but it's like, this is more classy. I don't know. But anyways, not to be cocky, guys. I'm just telling you the definition of mansion compared to farmhouse. But our farmhouse was big, so it wasn't like a little shack. Not that there's anything wrong with the little shack. I don't want people to be like, oh, he's so critical. No. So anyways, we went to his house. We drove up in the driveway, this big, gorgeous house. We'll never forget it. Red things on the windows. It was really pretty. A big fountain in the middle of the driveway. You have to drive around. And then he parked, and then he went and parked the car. And then we go inside, this nice staircase that comes like that, the kind I love. Big pillars. And I'm just like, dude, you live here by yourself? He's like, yeah, I'm an only child. I'm like, that has got to be boring. Like, I wasn't even thinking like this has got to be fun. I'm like, has to be boring. And then his nanny / maid, she comes out and she's like, Master Cody and da-da-da-da. I'm like, Master, what the heck? And then she's like, Master Cross. I said, nope, right there, stop. Matt, just call me Matt. Simple. She's like, okay. I'm like, please don't put any, no. I'm just not that type of person that likes titles. Like when I was working at the school, people were like, Mr. Cross. I'm like, just Matt, please. None of this whole Mr. Cross. Like, I don't like that. Even though I know they're trying to show respect, but it's just like, it's not me. It's not what I like, you know? But, you know, like, I don't mind you calling me Uncle Matt. I don't mind you calling me whatever, but none of that Mr. I don't know. Like, it's weird. Like, if I ever get famous, like, I don't want to deal with that whole Mr. this. It's just Reese Boy or Matt. Like, hands down, you know? But I know people have to be professional sometimes, and I'm just like... So anyways, and then we go to his room. He has 2 floors in his bedroom. He has upstairs where he sleeps, and the downstairs is like an arcade area. I was like, dude, like I can see that your parents are trying to pay their affection with buying you whatever you want. He's like, I know, but I wish that they were here. And I'm like, where are they? He's like, they're in New York right now. I'm like, wow. And how long have they been there? A month? I said, I was like, that ain't right. In a situation like that, like I just feel like at least give your child a sibling so they have somebody. Don't make them be completely by themselves. Like, I hate abandonment issues. I have abandonment issues, and I hate being lonely. And that right there would have made me lonely. I'm sorry, no money would have made me happy. So we ended up playing video games. Like, he had 4 big TVs, and they weren't flat TVs back then. They were the big TVs, and a lot of you kids probably don't know what that is, but they were the old school. So we had like 4 TVs, and we're playing Mario Smash Brothers, and then the maid, or the lady, I'm just going to call her name. I think her name was Kimberly. So I'm just going to say Kimberly. I hate saying maid. Kimberly brings some grilled cheeses and some Cheetos, and then brings us some soda pop. Because up north we call it pop. We don't call it soda. Down here they call it soda. Up north we call it pop. So she brought us some pop, and we literally played video games for like 4 hours. And then his mom called, and I got to meet his mom. She was really nice. And then She's like, I love you, have fun, you know. And then she's like, thank you, Matt, for being there for my son. You know, he hasn't a lot of friends, you know, whatever. And then she's like, I just feel like you're a good person. I'm just like, she just met me. But she's like, no, I feel like you're a good person. Because I guess he's had really bad friends just using him for money. So she's like, I feel like you're just a good person. I was like, thank you. And then I literally was over there like every weekend, like literally. He had a pool, he had 4-wheelers, he had horses, it was just really fun. And then he would come to my house a lot too, and he saw what a family was. And he was like, oh my God, I love your family. And my family loved him. And then when it was time for us to move, that literally broke my heart and it broke his heart. And to this day, we don't even talk. But I don't know why he blames me for why I left. Like, I don't understand. Like he was like, you can live with me, you can go to school we can go to school together, we'll be fine, blah 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 blah. But I'm like, yo, like, after I got kicked out of the school, we never even saw each other like that much. Like, we saw each other sometimes, but we didn't hang out as much because we weren't in the same school. And then when he left the private school and went to a public school, he went to the one in his little town. So he wasn't like at my high school. He wasn't at the school that I went to. So we still didn't get to see each other. And then when he got his license before I got my license, he got a Range Rover, and like he would come see me a few times. Like, he would come to my house a few times. But like my last day before I moved, I was hanging out with my other best friend, Steve, and I think he was mad about that because I didn't hang out my last day with him at his house. But I was like, bro, like you weren't even in town when I left that day. Like, you were gone. He's like, I was coming back. I'm like, yeah, but the time that you were coming back, we were on the road. So there's like some type of like miscommunication there, and I would wish one day that maybe he'll find me on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube or whatever because I'm out there, and try to be like, let's reconnect. But nah, it's been 14 years. So it's like, I haven't talked to him since the day that we moved to Florida. So it's been 14 years. So that's a long time ago. But I do think about him sometimes when I'm doing YouTube, because I feel like he would do YouTube with me and we would be like a duo channel, you know, and we'd be really big, and we would have started a long time ago. Because YouTube was out when I was YouTube just came out. It just came out the year that we met, because YouTube was created in 2005 and it just came out the year that we met. Yep. So YouTube wasn't even big. YouTube was only for like music videos. MTV was on YouTube a lot. That was it. It wasn't for like what it is now. It was not for that at all back then, at all. And so, yeah, but I don't know. I do think about him sometimes. Like, I am such a friendly person, and I'm such when I'm your friend to death, basically. Like, I'm your friend. Like, I'm ride or die. If you were like, Matt, I need you to come pick me up and don't ask any questions, I'm there. Matt, I need you to, you know, whatever. I need you to, you know, I'm there. Like, that's who I am. Now, do I feel like people are there for me sometimes? No. Back then, no. The people I have in my life now, yes. And that's why I did that whole video for John the other day, because it was the truth. That's how I feel. And people liked it. She hasn't watched the whole thing yet because she's been busy. And I said that yesterday, and she got mad at me because she's like, I only watched a part of it. Why are you mad at me? I'm like, I'm not mad at you. I'm just telling you. I need to do one for John and Lily. I feel bad that I've never done one for them. I think I'm going to do one for them. I will. Maybe tomorrow or something. But I don't even know where Victor is. Shout out to Victor. Where are you, Victor? Victor was my best friend that I met through. I have to take my pill for my tooth. Victor was my best friend that I met through my ex. Actually, no. Yeah, no. Victor I knew first when I first moved to Florida, okay? Victor was, when I first moved here, he was at my school, University High School, named after UCF, the college. And Victor's who I met. And then I met his brother, Felix, and I met the whole family. And then I dated his sister because I met Victor, and I told Victor, your sister's really pretty. And he's like, stay away from her, but I didn't listen. And then I dated her. And then he started to kind of get jealous because I wasn't spending so much time with him. But I was still there, you know. And when I talk about Victor, guys, Victor and our relationship is like, it's like we're brothers. Like, we don't even say best friends. We just say brothers. And like, I miss him. Like, I literally miss Victor. Like, Victor and me were so close. We joked around. We acted scoop. That's the person I posted on my Instagram, guys. We acted goofy together. We just were close. Like, I don't know. I don't know what happened there either. And then his brother Felix, that's like my little brother, and like we're super close too. Like he calls me brother, like 100%. He's like, you're my brother. And he's smart. He works on computers. He's a skateboarder. If I ever get big and famous, I want him to do a YouTube video with me about skateboarding, because he's like so funny and so cool. And he would definitely teach me how to skateboard. But I gotta get a little bit smaller so I don't break the skateboard. But and I love her aunt Sarah. Rest in peace, Destiny. And I love her mom, Sherry. And I love her grandparents. Oh my God, her grandparents loved me. And I love them too. And shout out to Alex and Soraya and Soraya's new brother and sister who I haven't met yet. And shout out to Angel. Shout out to Sherry. Shout out to Victor. Shout out to Felix. Shout out to all of you guys. I miss you guys. Those are my people. Like, those are my people from 2009. Well, way before that, from 2006, but all the way up until 2015 was when I was like, I didn't see that family anymore. But that was my people. Those were my family. Those were the people that I wanted to marry into that family. I wanted to take care of that family. And they all knew it, and they all saw it, and they all said, why are you with their child? Like, why are you letting her treat you like that? But I was like, I love her. Like, you know, and I still love her. That's what's bad with love. Like, love never leaves you, honestly. But guys, I'm rambling, so I'm gonna say goodbye. And make sure to like and subscribe. Hashtag Black Lives Matter, guys. We made a movement. Those officers got arrested. Protesting is still happening. Guys, just be safe and just watch out for the officers, because they don't care anymore. So just be safe and make sure to vote, guys. If I can use my platform for anything, the people who are 18 and older, if you want to get back at this situation, if you guys want to make a difference for, oh my goodness, I always forget his name. Okay, anyways, if you guys want to make a difference for him, okay, hashtag Black Lives Matter. Go to your voting things. And you don't even have to go if you guys are scared because of the, you know, the virus. You guys can mail in your votes, okay? You can vote for whoever you want to vote for. I'm not going to tell you who to vote for, but we need to make a difference, and we need a different person, and you guys need to put in your ballots, vote. If you want to make a difference, vote on November 3rd or November something, vote. Go to the places and vote. He said it, the brother said it. He's like, if you want to get angry, you want to do something, vote. You have to vote. So if I can use my platform, guys, vote. Please vote. That's all that matters. Vote. Right now, in the time and age that we're in, vote. You see these protests, you see these things happen. This is just like when Malcolm X died. I think that's his name. I could have been wrong about that. Rodney King, it might have been that. I don't know. But anyways, I'm sorry, guys. I know history, but I'm bad. I'm a little rusty. Please get out and vote. Shout out to everyone who watched my YouTube video yesterday. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. If you're a big YouTuber channel and you guys want to collab, I live in Orlando, Florida. I will collab with anybody. I don't care what we do. I just want to work with other YouTubers. Like, I really hate that I don't get to work with other YouTubers. And I don't care if you're big or small. Like, I just want to put more people on my channel. I don't want it to just be me. Like, I feel like it's just me a lot. Like, I want to bring other people on. So definitely comment if you guys want to collab. If you're a big channel or a small channel and you live in Orlando, Florida area, or you're willing to fly to the Orlando, Florida area, let's collab. Let's do something fun. Like, if I show you around and we YouTube it, or we try a different food that you've never tried before, or food that I've never tried before, let's YouTube it. And I'm there. I'm there 100%, guys. If you guys are a Nick Avocado fan, definitely send him the link to my channel and show him that I want to collab with him, because he lives in Orlando, Florida. Or Jeffree Star, or anybody who wants to collab with Reese Boy, a up-and-coming channel that's still a little baby channel, the little engine that could. That's basically what I am. So But I love you guys, so make sure to like and subscribe, turn on my notification bell, and I'll see y'all tomorrow or later tonight with another video. Go watch yesterday's video or both of yesterday's videos. All right, guys. Oh, and let's get the sad story about my life. Guys, we're almost to 200, but let's get it to 1K. I'd be so happy so everybody can see that and everyone can share that story. So I love you guys. Peace.